¿Qué tal, ¿cómo estáis? Aquí estamos, una vez más en Regreso al Futuro, el juego Back to the Future, the game. Lo dejamos justo por aquí, que acabábamos de darle el zapato a Einstein para que lo oliera. Y vamos a volver a dárselo, porque no se me ha grabado. ¿Qué sabes de este shoe, compañero? ¿Sí o qué? Vámonos. Yo pensé que justo aquí, al cambiar de escenario, me iba a grabar, pero ya veo que no. Así que vamos a ver qué nos cuenta. ¡Ja! Hemos llegado a un portal y nosotros vamos, por supuesto, en un camión. Escate hasta que me mates.
How's this supposed to lead me to dock, Einie?
El llamador, tronco, obviamente. Llama, échale un par de huevos. Ahí está, claro que sí.
Step away from the door. Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on.
Just as I suspected. Hooligans. Get along now. Scat.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Hey there!
Ahí viene, bien. Ya sabía yo. Es un zapato de ella que conoció a Emmett Brown de pequeño, ¿veis? Ahí está. Ese es el otro par, me imagino, ¿no? ¿Qué miras? Sozorra, tira para adelante. Bien. Para adentro, compañero.
Leave that creature outside.
Sorry, Einstein.
Si es un majete, tira para adentro, hombre. Que era broma, tira para adentro. No cerras la puerta ni nada. Bueno. Señora. Hola.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny.
Complicado.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Menuda loca, chaval. Vaya tela. ¿Esto es un guardando? ¿Puede ser? Vale. Me imagino que tenemos que echar un vistazo a las fotos, quizás. ¿Alguna de estas? No. ¿Y a esta de aquí atrás? Tampoco. Estos son diarios. Vamos a mirar primero estos diarios.
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Pero si te acabo de devolver tus zapatos, será zorra. Vamos a ver las fotografías entonces.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Le gustaba vestirse de mujer. Vale, esta es la puerta de la calle, que no me interesa. Puerta de la cocina, tal vez.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
U! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Vale, me temo que nada. Puerta de la cocina, nada. Pues algo vamos a tener que hacer. Para seguramente leer sus diarios.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Bien, ya que no. A por los diarios de cabeza, chaval. Hasta luego, prima. ¡Curry!
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Eso lo hice yo, en la primera peli. Ah, ¿ya está?
Oh, the candy looks older than I am.
Ahí ponía algo del 80... Ah, pero es del 84, realmente, o sea, no... ¿Y ya está? ¿Eso es todo de los diarios?
Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded.
Igual tengo que seguir buscando aquí en
I
los
don't even know where to
diarios.
start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Al año.
Yeah, that's peculiar.
Ay, Dios.
The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Qué sustito. Vale, al año. Igual si le pregunto algo...
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Igual le tengo que preguntar a ver de qué año
Yes.
son los zapatos.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. My, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that? Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Vale. Voy a preguntarle ahora lo del bar clandestino.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The
Obvio.
following year, as I recall.
Vale.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Vamos a... Ahora que sabemos eso...
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Ahora que vamos a eso, vamos a volver a hacer lo del radiador, ¿vale? Para que ella piense que...
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Porque se suponía que teníamos que saber a ver en qué año. Pero ahora no hace falta saber en qué año, porque ya sabemos... ¿Cuándo pasó? O sea, ¿cuál fue la noticia, no?
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development.
Ese no es.
Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Cago en la madre que te parió. Entonces, ¿qué? ¿Tengo que pirarme a donde...?
I can't leave now. Miss Strickland's my only hope of finding Doc.
Bueno.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
El año del incendio. El año del incendio. Trofeos de gatos, ¿the fuck?
Stop looking at me.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays... ugh.
Está cabreando la vieja ya, ¿eh? Me cago en...
Excuse me. What's with all these...
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
¿En serio, vieja?
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you...
No me estás ayudando, vieja. ¿Qué puedo hacer ahora, tronco?
I can't...
Pues me he quedado un poquito... Voy a volver a hacer lo del radiador. A ver. Pero es que no me deja salir de la casa siquiera, ¿sabes? Entonces... No entiendo muy bien... No entiendo muy bien lo que puedo llegar a hacer.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death.
Y ya está,
I don't
¿sabes?
even know where to start looking for clues in these... October 28th, 19...
Pero es que...
I don't even know where to start looking for clues.
¡Ah! Y yo que sé cómo hacer eso, coleguita. En serio. Vamos a pedir una pista, venga. Perdido su zapato durante toda la época tal, cuando un establecimiento ilegal se encendió. ¿Qué construyeron en su lugar? El chisme. Estás buscando una fecha, la encontrarás en un edificio. Intenta usar los binoculares. Ok.
Hey, mind if I use...
Go ahead.
Eso no lo sabía, ¿ves? No sabía que podía pillar. Vale, y vídeo 1932. Ahí lo tenéis. Vale. Vale.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Y ya está. Vamos a volver a hacer a ver si 1932 se volvió a construir el videoclub, hemos dicho, ¿no? Entonces será buscar a partir de esa fecha, digo yo.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed.
Sí, parece que ahora
Here
lo va
we
a
go.
encontrar.
Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan?
¿Ah?
Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
¡Hostia!
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Bueno, por lo menos ya tenemos la fecha. Algo es algo. ¿Habéis visto? Se ha puesto ropa de época. Y ahora va a meter un poquito de gasofa al coche
Marty!
Dime.
Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
It's a costume. Tonight's the big Halloween party.
Halloween party? In May?
Mierda.
Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to,
Grande.
you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Bien, tenemos una fecha, vamos a por
Ready to
2.
go, Einstein?
Joder. Me ha costado, Lo único es que no se me habría ocurrido en absoluto. Os lo digo en serio.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Temblaba mucho eso, No me convence demasiado. Pero en fin, vamos para allá. Vamos para allá. Todos a la vez. Tenemos que pillar esas 88 millas por hora, acordaos. ¡Buah, qué temazo, por favor! ¡Dale caña, primo! Bien. Nos vamos al pasado. Coño. Hostia, coches del 31, loco. Esa mafia. Hostia. Atentos para los Quick Time Event, chavales. ¿No? ¿No hay Quick Time Event? Parece que no. Sí, hombre. Va a correr esa birria más que lo que tengo yo, ¿sabes? ¿Qué ha pasado? Espero que no me haya roto el coche porque le meto. Qué mítico, dejar justo el coche detrás de eso tapado por unos árboles. Yo lo veo, ¿verdad? Yep. Ahí está. Qué mítico. No sabéis la cantidad de DeLoreans que vendieron después de hacerse esta película. Vale, Hill Valley a 2 millas, que son algo así como 4 kilómetros, una cosa así. 4 o 5 kilómetros. Bien, estamos en el 31. Hemos viajado 50 años atrás. Vamos a ver si lo primero de todo encontramos a Doc. Joder, lo que me ha costado llegar hasta aquí. Hijo de mi vida. Y todo estamos todavía por el primer episodio, Vaya tela, loco. Nos esperan grandes aventuras.
Where do you go now, boy?
¿Puedo moverme o...? ¿Sí? ¿Sí, no? ¿Sí? Yo le he dado para adelante solamente. Vale, pues lo primero de todo deberíamos de ir a la licorería. O a la estación de policía. Cuidado, pavo. Pues realmente no sé a dónde ir, la verdad. Aquí está, ¿la habéis visto? Esta es la señora con la que hemos estado hablando.
Young man, excuse me, young man.
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
La vieja, sí, la vieja.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Tranquila,
Doc,
mujer.
I gotta find Doc.
Busca, nene, busca. Mientras caminas, presiona el botón derecho del mouse para que Marty corra. Botón derecho del mouse. Izquierdo del mouse. Yo le estoy dando. Presiona el botón derecho del mouse para que Marty corra. Os juro por Jesus que yo le estoy dando. No es coña. Uy, perdón, perdón. Perdóname. Pero este no... No tiene pinta de que quiera correr. Pues lo primero de todo vamos a la Police Station. Station, como la Play. Pero no creo que esté ahí, la verdad. No sé, algo me dice que no... Que no, pero bueno, vamos a mirar. Hola, policía. Vamos para adentro. A ver...
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
Yes.
No.
Then
Just don't.
scram.
¿Ves? ¿Para qué dices que no? Atontado. Igual si voy por aquí. Lo sabía.
Doc!
Marty,
Doc!
what are you doing here?
¿Tú qué crees?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Bien. ¿Ha dicho por la izquierda o por la derecha? Que no me ha quedado muy claro. ¿Es esto? A ver. Soap Kitchen, sí, efectivamente, aquí es. Open, perfecto. Para adentro, compañeros. Se supone que tengo que entrar para llamar al teléfono al Doc del pasado y ver a ver dónde carajos está. Espero que no me den ningún problema. El teléfono tendré que preguntarle al cocinero, me imagino. Saltar, Reserved for Charity, Today's Soap, no sé qué. Coño, los gásteres.
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
No jodas.
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey, anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Vale, ahí está el teléfono. Nosotros a lo nuestro, totalmente.
Brown residence.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Hala, media vuelta. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Pues se parece mucho a las películas, realmente. Se parece mucho, mucho a las películas. Pero bueno, yo creo que lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Lo primero, antes de nada, voy a ir a hablar otra vez con Doc. A ver si me dice el tema de la corte. A ver si me dice algo, y si no me dice nada, pues...
Psst, Doc!
Morty, have you found my younger self yet?
So, according to the British guy on the phone, you're working at the courthouse.
Of course. In the summer of 31, my father made me work as a junior clerk.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
I hated every minute of it. My father was, strict. In any event, you should head over to the courthouse right away and introduce yourself to me.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we saved me from a grisly death in 1931.
Sí, realmente esa pregunta no ha sido muy inteligente, pero...
What does a law clerk do anyway?
Horrible paper shuffling task, but that's unimportant. Get yourself to the courthouse and find me.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Vamos a dejarlo por aquí porque tengo que buscar dónde está la corte y no tengo ni idea. Pero en fin, vamos a dejarlo por aquí como estaba comentando. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Muchas gracias por verlo, ya sabéis, es SpecialK, dándoos amor forever. Adiós.